All right, Coach, thanks. Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking a field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Be alert, be alert! Mike is 59, Mike is 59. I'm trying to collect.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Ray's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Waiting! 3
On 2nd and 12, Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know they love even more? Completion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 2nd and very short, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Newton. Caught left side, Garcon. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. On the move to his left. Able to slither by, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Big stop, let's go.
He's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Watch the edge. Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Mike 50. Hey, I'm coming. Hey.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball.
Foles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
17 yards. 1st down, Jacksonville.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Foles. That is incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now Foles. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
54 Mike. It's going to be a long...
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the shit.
Back to throw, Newton. It's caught by Garcon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing is Newton. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Newton. And he rifles one incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He may try and run for this. And some room to work. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key third down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks you'll ever see. Give him the ball. Let him pick it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2nd down and goal. Newton got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught here by Conley. Gets through and now an opening. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Conley, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lambo on for the extra point. He missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs.
He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
On
1st and 10, Newton. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now Lewis here on 1st down. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Looking to throw. And finding Keelan Cole. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll set up a throw. Catch made. That's the rookie tight end, Josh Oliver. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
14. Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On second and 11 now. Newton. Smith catches left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Slam.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be...
And look at this, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
180. Hey, show me. You can't block me.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Fournette. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Got. 64. What we got? Bravo.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
You're going right at him. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now Newton on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis. And nearly picked off there. And it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Gain of 34 yards. 1st down, Jaguars.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Jacksonville.
as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Jaguar first down.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
44, Mike. Gun.
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go, great.
First down, Jags.
Come on, hatch it. Let's go.
They'll run with Fournette. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
That's it, baby.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Ready? Left 80. Mike Bobo. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. 8. Bang, 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 bang. What is it?
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 33. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Cam's going to run the option right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Yo, switch. Check 52.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there, and it's third and 4. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Sets up fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Gun.
They snap it to Newton. flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the
that's 20 goons in the ice cream. All on the line.